So our first crew of the day has got it loaded up here, but they're struggling to get it on the trailer for some reason. I don't think they have the trailer at the right depth in the water. You can see where the guy's standing at the bow. You can see the yellow bow roller just well above the bow. But our girl's getting back on the boat, and I'm assuming she's going to try power loading it a little further on the trailer. But again, I don't think that's going to happen, or it's not going to help is the better term, because the last time they tried doing this already once, the boat was just coming in below the bow roller. They've got to readjust the positioning on that. But she's going to fire the motor up, and let's see how this one plays out. So she goes, she's trying to line it up. And starting to give it a little juice. But it's really not going anywhere. She's got it trimmed super far out of the water as the water's almost kicking up in the air now, and now that motor's not even in the water. She's kind of like, oh, what's going on? And it's because she has it trimmed so far that she's not getting any grip. But they're keeping a steady throttle down right this second, and the boat's not moving at all. The guy up front looks like he's trying to talk to her. Maybe telling her to give it a little more throttle, I'm not sure, but again, I just feel like we're in the wrong spot here. That bow roller just seems a little too high. So she's powering it up, getting a little closer now, inching it on. But again, it's just one of those ones where they're kind of just sitting there. I mean, she's starting to rock around on the trailer, which tells me it's not really seated right. And she backs off on the throttle. So our crew seems a little stumped on what to do now. I mean, this one I feel is kind of obvious that you've got to come back in a little bit more with the trailer. But I almost wonder if he's not having an issue as well up front, because I keep seeing it looks like the winch keeps kicking back on him. I wonder if it's not locking. So he's trying to get it adjusted on the bunks, it looks like. It's just not quite right. And our girl's powered it off, and she's going to step off the boat now. Or try and push it back off the dock. So after several minutes, in fact almost 15 minutes of messing with this thing, they finally backed the trailer a little bit further into the water. And now they're struggling to try and keep the boat in placement on the trailer. Obviously, it's floating over the bunks. So we're going to put one person in here to try and get the boat to sink a little bit. And maybe they're even trying to get the bow up a little bit as well to try and get it over the bow roller. I'm not 100% sure. Again, they've been messing with this one for a little while, and our girl's going to step into... And I can't tell if the thought process was to try and get the bow up or if it was trying to get it to just set on the bunks right as it was sitting here. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that. So it definitely got the bow up a little bit, brought the stern down, of course. And it looks like our guy's trying to winch it in, but we're going to get shot blocked on this one as this crew comes out. All right, so our boat's gotten out of here now. And as you can tell from the angle here, they've gotten it up a little bit as it's definitely up by the bow roller now. And our guy's getting in the driver's seat. I'm not sure what the plan is. Is he pulling out? Or are they still trying to adjust because he's still got his crew standing on the stern of the boat? So it looks like, I thought he was getting in the car, but maybe he's moved back to the bow of the vessel. Because I can see him, yep, there we go. He's trying to winch it on just a little more. Gotta be careful now. The stern's getting super low. Almost just literally an inch away from taking water over the stern of the boat. I mean, I guess it won't be the biggest deal since they're already on the trailer. Might just make it more difficult for them to get off if it happens. But this crew looks like they have it up there, and they're probably going to be good to roll now. And so here comes our next crew in on approach on the dock. Cap's coming in a little hot. And Mama's showing you her dance moves up in the bow. So they're going to get a fender out. Cap's going to have to brake check it up to slow it down. And we've got the line on the ready, and they'll get this one pulled over. And be good to roll, it looks like. As Cap's going to run off the helm to go over here and try and catch the stern line. So our crew's trying to line it up now. They've gotten the trailer down here. But you can see our guy hanging on the guide poles as this crew's gone the opposite path as our last crew, and they've dropped the trailer way too deep as he's just floating over the top of it. Now he's got to watch out here because as our guy starts to pull forward, that pole's going to come up and hopefully not smack him in the face. So I just saw our guy getting, there we go, we're going for it, got to watch out, there we go, he got out of the way. And, I mean, they look okay to me, but nope, our guy's going to back down again. Got to be careful. He's really close on the starboard side to landing that trailer into the dock. So he's trying to pull the boat over using the guide pole, but the boat doesn't seem to be wanting to move right this second. Which means he's either not deep enough or it's just already balanced. But I can see it pulling to the right. And he's telling our guy to stop again and back it up. So he's got to be careful right there. I just saw him pulling on it. He could pull that right off. I mean, most of these trailers, you shouldn't have to do this. You just have to have it at the right distance, and it should load right on its own as long as you're pretty close. So it looks like they've got it out of the water this time. And our guy's inspecting to see if they got it right. And apparently we do not have it right, as they're backing down one more time. Now, really got to be, like, you're right on top of the dock, bro. You've got to be cautious this time. Somebody's got to let him know, because I don't know if he can see that side, but he's going to hit the dock over there. And finally, they're pulling forward again. And it looks like they're out of here, and they should be good to roll. And speaking of good to roll, we're going to go ahead and roll out of here as well. Thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel is Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.